Welcome back to our table. This is Mickey.
And this is JJ. And JJ, what are we doing today?
100 subscribers special.
So we've been promising for a long time, and now we're way past 100, to do the recipe for our famous Dr. Pepper hot dog chili. So that's what we're doing today. We're finally revealing it. The recipe has been, I don't want to say a closely guarded family secret, but we've never really given it out to anybody. My mother had this recipe, won competitions with it through the 80s and 90s, had hot dogs at hot dog sales and sold them by the hundreds because of this chili. But she passed it down to me, and now I'm going to share it with everybody. I hope it don't make her mad, but she don't watch these things, so, you know, she probably never know. So right now, we're just going to go over the recipe. We're not really set up to film the cooking part. I might take some still pictures and put them in later, if not. But the recipe I'm going to put in the description below the video. Now, I make what I call a double batch, so that's the recipe I'm giving you here on the video. I'll put the recipe for the single batch in the comments too. You'll have both, that way if you need to double it or not. But I can about promise you, if you make a single batch the first time, the next time you'll make a double batch, because you will want leftovers, won't you? So, how do we make Dr. Pepper chili? You don't really even know what all goes in it, do you?
I know most of it.
All right.
Dr. Pepper, beef.
Okay.
Onion powder. Cayenne pepper?
No. The first thing to making good chili, especially Dr. Pepper chili, is the hamburger. And you want to use 80-20 hamburger. You can see there it says under Chuck, it says 80% and 20%. It's 80% lean, 20% fat. You can get 93-7, you can get 90-10, you can get 85-15, but you want 80-20 because you want the 20% fat. Because, as Sam the cooking guy says, fat means flavor. And if fat means flavor, that means I'm delicious, right? Anyway, you're going to start with good hamburger. Like I said, I'm doing a double batch. For a normal batch, you'd use 1 pound, but I'm using 2 pounds. Because we're going to feed several people, and, you know, I want leftovers too. The second thing you're going to need is authentic Vidalia onion. You can use a yellow onion, you can use a white onion. Do not use purple onion, red onion. But I strongly suggest using Vidalia onion for the sweetness that it gives, and it goes along with everything. So you would use 1 onion for single batch, 2 onions for double batch. And you're going to want to chop these, I don't want to say ultra fine, but you're going to want to chop these fine. You don't want them a thick cut, a coarse cut. So when you start your chili, you brown your ground beef. And a lot of people, well, screw up's a bad term. A lot of people don't actually brown ground beef. They get this grayish color and they call it done. Besides the beef and the onion and Dr. Pepper we're going to talk about, the most important thing in this recipe is patience and time. It don't take a long time to make, but don't rush anything. Browning the hamburger, you don't want to rush. You want to mince your onion and put it in with the hamburger when it's browning, so you can turn those onions translucent and get all that flavor out with the burger. You want to chop your burger fine, and when you've got it browned, when you think you've got it browned, brown it for 2 more minutes, just to be sure. And then brown it for 2 more minutes. You want your hamburger to be browned, not this grayish half-cooked stuff. You want it to be browned. Then you're going to take your burger and your onion, put it in the colander and drain it. Get as much grease off of it as you can. Wipe your pan out. Put it back in the pan. This is where the fun part starts. You put your onion and your beef back in your pan, and you're going to add 1/2 cup of Dr. Pepper. Usually I use the can. For some reason the can has a better flavor for this, but I needed more than usual, so
We have multiple cans.
yes, we're going to use 1/2 cup of Dr. Pepper, because you just want to get everything wet. Mix it up. Then you add your spices. You're going to put your spices with the Dr. Pepper, with the chili, and you're going to stir and cook that on a medium to medium-high heat until all the spices are evenly distributed and all the liquid is absorbed. Huh?
How hot outside is it?
It's pretty hot.
Yes.
This is our seasoning blend. A proprietary blend, but I'm going to share it with you. So this is a blend. Like I said, this is for the double batch. So this has 2 tablespoons of chili powder in it, It has half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of oregano, a full teaspoon of garlic powder, a full teaspoon of onion powder, a full teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, which that sounds weird for chili, but it complements the Dr. Pepper, and you're going to want it. Now, if you want some heat for your chili, this is a very mild hot dog chili. It's loved by all ages. Kids even eat it. If you want it to have some heat, what we do when we want heat is we add red pepper flakes to taste. Spice it up a little bit.
I'm going to say something. Kids eating it is not a good term anymore. Grandmas can eat it.
Okay, grandmas can eat it, and it won't kill them from the heat. Not the basic recipe. So we've browned our burger and onion. We've drained it. We put it back in the pan. We've added half a cup of Dr. Pepper, and we've sprinkled the spices over it, cooking it on medium-high heat until all the liquid is absorbed. See up here, and medium-high heat until everything is absorbed the liquid and the things. Now, once you get to that stage, it's time to add the real liquid base. You are going to add in 1 cup of ketchup. We use private label, whatever you want to use. And you're going to add in 1.5 cups of tomato sauce. Again, this is all double recipe stuff. You're going to bring all that, mix it together, and then you're going to add in enough Dr. Pepper to simmer. Now that is debatable. But don't worry, you can't add too little or too much at this stage. However much you think you're going to need to simmer it with. You're going to stir. I would start with 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. That's usually good for a double batch to start the simmering process. You're going to bring all that mixed up to a boil, and then you're going to turn it down, and you're going to simmer it for about 20 minutes. And what you're looking for in the simmering, of course the simmering time is to get all the flavors to meld, but what you're looking for from the Dr. Pepper during the simmering process is how thick do you want your hot dog chili, or how runny. Runny chili don't work good on hot dogs. Overly thick chili is not good on hot dogs. You're looking for a good middle ground. So if it's too thick, you just add a splash or 2 of Dr. Pepper, stir it in, and let it simmer for a few more minutes and see if it gets the way you want. If it's too thin when you're done simmering, just let it simmer a little longer, and it will continue to thicken. So that is the crux of the Dr. Pepper chili. It's very simple. It's very quick, but like I said, don't rush it. You don't want to rush any step in here because you want all these flavors to be right. You could use off-brand Dr. Pepper. I don't suggest it. I have made this recipe using RC Cola before, and it was pretty good, but it's still not the same as Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper has the 23 spices in it that gives it its unique flavor, and those 23 spices helps give this chili its unique flavor. So that is the Dr. Pepper chili for our that we promised 100 subscribers, and we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching.
Or
Leave
no.
your comments if you
Yeah.
make this chili, which I strongly suggest you do. Memorial Day's coming up next week. It would be perfect for your cookout. Leave us comments. Let us know what you think. And that is the Dr. Pepper chili. I put a few still shots in of the hamburger cooking and stuff. But this is the end result. Nice Dr. Pepper hot dog chili. We thought since it was given a recipe, we might as well review it, all right?
Yeah, we've already had some today.
Yeah, we already had some, but
We already ate. Of course, you gotta have it first fresh with your hot dogs. Hot. So bold, Mom. It doesn't really matter.
Now, this is the recipe I gave you was hot dog chili. It's easily adapted to bold chili, which you would just add in your favorite diced tomatoes, kidney beans.
Now,
Such
we're
as
eating
that.
out of a bowl and it's not bowl chili. This is hot dog chili.
Add a little more heat. And it's good in the wintertime with some sour cream and some
Chips, corn chips.
Some shredded
Corn chips.
cheese.
Then just take your little corn chips and.
My favorite way, I'm not a huge hot dog fan,
Mm.
but I love chili buns.
Hey Nathan, shout out to Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah,
We love
Nathan's
you.
hot dogs are good. I do eat Nathan's hot dogs.
We love those. I don't like hot dogs. I have to cut them into quarters. I'll eat Nathan's hot dog straight, no bun, no condiments or anything. Let me fix mine.
So for your Memorial Day cookout,
Make this.
give this Dr. Pepper chili a try. Mm.
It's really hot.
For your local, in your area, your chili cook-offs and stuff, make this and enter. Take home a blue ribbon. Mm. Mm. That's so good. But JJ,
I'm eating.
the famous Dr. Pepper hot dog chili, what do you give it?
Best rating out there. 2 thumbs and a big toe.
Yours was as good as mine was. I can't give a rating high enough. Ever since I was a kid, my mother's chili recipe has been my favorite food. And it still is today. It gets as many thumbs up as possible for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little different from what we normally do. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you make this chili. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you did. And let us know what you think. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.